Hey, how you doing? Some of you know me on Instagram, some of you don't. Some people have met me or in the past for what I do, but my name is Garrett Moore. I'm actually a fashion designer out of Dayton, Ohio. Actually, the reason I'm coming to you is because I'm wanting to see if you actually have the same similar problem that I truly had, and still to this day, I guess you could say have. And that problem is I'm a fashion designer, but I live in Dayton, Ohio. So basically, the reason I say that is, when you actually are passionate about fashion, you feel that you need to be in New York City. You feel that that's the only way you're going to be able to express exactly who you are, what your vision is for, whatever category you are, the only way you can be accepted by the masses. But the thing is, what I actually found out was you can technically make an impact anywhere, especially in this digital age. Why do I say digital? Well, I say digital because of the fact that what we are seeing now is that the masses are actually now controlling the current scene. And do you know what? I want to point that out to you. You actually have more power now to tell these designers what you're going to wear, what you're going to buy, or the demographics. They're paying multiple millions of dollars to gauge your attention. They don't even know if a design is a hit now until they make it virtually and place it on something like Instagram. As a matter of fact, being that I don't pay for it anymore, but at one time I had I got verified. And as soon as I got verified, all the brands and everybody that I like, they all put me in their threads to be able to like shuttle to me their designs, their thoughts. Some of them even have notes where they actually are talking and asking questions of their audience. But the thing is, what they truly don't have is they don't have the truest inspiration because they're going off of their thought. They got a lot of guesswork. But what I want what I want to point that out is this. There is something called digital fashion design. And digital fashion design allows you, the creator, to create when you have the time to do so, allow you to actually see the product it is that you have in your mind done, and it allows you, before you even get out that fabric or that stitch, you have it done. Well, I actually wrote a book about it that I'm going to be giving out for free. It's called The Evolution of Digital Fashion Design. We talk about where we're going, how we are now, and where we can be. And you know who's going to make that decision of where we can be? You. So what I'm actually doing is I'm forming a mastermind that will be on Friday. That's Friday, May 23rd. It's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Well, let's make it 6:35. It's gonna be at 6:35 p.m. Eastern, and it's gonna be done virtually. That's right. It's gonna be done on Zoom because literally what we're gonna talk about are talking points where we're talking about how you can zoom into fashion, how you can literally change the modern way of way things were how they were done. Do you know that literally with the right design, the right clientele, you could generate and pre-sale before you even go to the manufacturer. So that way you can tell the manufacturer exactly how many you want versus them dictating to you how much you gotta pay to get the best deal. And I can speak to that from experience because I've had several brands. I mean, this is local, but several brands locally that I've actually manufactured, um, some locally and then some even above beyond borders. And what I actually saw from the situation was I just had a situation, and that was that I couldn't move the product. I could create the quality. I could create exactly how I wanted to feel. I could give it the hand that it needed. But I didn't have the ability to gauge the masses, which is similar to what the industry goes through because I had learned from the industry. The reason I say I learned from the industry is because I actually graduated from the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City and even tried out for Project Runway right after I got out of school. The only reason they denied me was because of the fact that my work looked like student work. But let me put a reason why it looked like student work. It looked like student work because I could only do it when I was a student because I didn't have access to the sewing machines, which is a Juki. That's an industry machine. But I didn't have access to a Juki and everything else to be able to do it. When I was in at FIT, I was the biggest nerd you could ever see. When I say I'm the biggest nerd, I mean I had to get kicked out the building every night at 2:30, 2:45, 3 a.m. And I'd be right back the next day at 8 a.m. because I love what I do. But now I want to spread that love and I want to bring a collective of people like-minded to come together and simply talk about what it is that we love, how we want to make a difference, how we want to bring our vision together. And I want us to like link up as I'm a millennial, but I want to form together like Voltron or Power Rangers with everybody, if that makes sense. Because I feel like we're stronger in numbers together in a unified way of bringing our vision to the point than we are just grasping for our own straw. There's plenty of money to be made, and everybody doesn't have the same vision. Some people might do streetwear, some people might do, ready haute couture, some people might do ready to wear, some people might do plus size women, which is an extremely exploding market. Because, well, as you know, Americans globally are 100 pounds heavier than any other country in the world. So, if that's one of yours, by all means, you got a lane. We just got to help you get your vision out. Now, and if you're with me, I want you to I want you to go to my story and help us choose what this mastermind's name is going to be. I didn't even choose the name because I don't want to control it. I want to flourish it or fruition or whatever the lack of word is, you know. I just want to give this to the world and I want to help people help themselves, if that makes sense. So I want to all come together. We utilize our resources, we utilize our thoughts, and we utilize our creativity, which is first and key. and let's just make it a big, beautiful thing. Now, when the first 25 people that actually um watch the story, pick the name, and actually DM me their email, they will be getting a no hope t-shirt of sort. Any or we'll create the no hope shirt that you like, because you can find that on my own Conglomerate page, which is called Tastemakers Incorporated. So it's just simply at Tastemakers Incorporated, all written out. You'll be able to think of it on a professional level. You know, we deal with real manufacturers where you actually have packaging and everything to create it. Remember, I told you, you're in control. And then second, you will also get a no hope wristband. As you can see, 1 second. There we go. About 1 second. Let me fix this for you. There we go. There we go. A no hope wristband that actually is a rubber band. Yeah. Remember when that big thing was LeBron was wearing like 5 rubber bands and stuff during the basketball game? But literally, the reason I gave you a wristband designer rubber band is because I want to have you use the stretch method. What the stretch method is basically, as a designer, we we go through times. I Tell me if this is you too, but we go through times where we want to do something, we expound to do something, but we have that stinking thinking that says, you know what, I can't. I can't for some reason, like I can't draw tonight. I can't do this. But what you do when you feel that limited belief come on, pop yourself. So that way you can get out of that mindset, because if you feel that you can't, then you must. So if this is for you, I want you to definitely be a part of this mastermind. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you the best thing. It's free. It'll be every fourth Friday of the month. And also, another thing that I'm throwing in for you, I'm throwing in for you my ebook, The Evolution of Digital Fashion Design by Garrett S. Moore. And it's totally downloadable. And if you have Acrobat on your phone, which everybody does, guess what? It'll even read the book to you. So I just want everybody to know what, I guess, my selfish goal of inspiring others is. And if you feel that this is for you, be a part of it. If you like it and share, that'd be great. If you don't, I understand. I understand I'm disrupting you and what you're doing for your day, but I appreciate you taking the time out to even hear me out. This video will be on YouTube, so you'll be able to see the full length. I can only play so much on Instagram, but by all means, it has been a pleasure, and it'll be a pleasure to serve you, see your vision come alive. One day I purchase your stuff. One day you purchase my stuff, or maybe we team together and you come under my umbrella and we get money together. however you make it. It's been a pleasure. This is Garrett S. Moore.